All right, guys, we're back at it again. Here doing Algebra 2 with stats. Go ahead, click that subscribe button, click that bell so we can make this receding hairline go away. All right. All right. Thank you. If you can't hear the claps, the people in the audience here for my live show uh, are actually cheering me on because apparently I did something right. All right. Now, they probably don't listen to the rest of the math. They just want to see what I say on the YouTube. All right. So, today's lesson is quadratic inequalities, and apparently we have constraints. Now, a lot of this stuff seems really crazy. And remember when I said if we couldn't get the factoring part on Tuesday, we couldn't have done the lesson we did yesterday, and we definitely couldn't do today's lesson. Okay. So, we still have a little bit of factoring, not a whole lot, but a little bit. Okay. Now, here's the deal, pickles. The first thing we have to do, we're given this problem right here. Okay. So we kind of treat it like we did yesterday, where we have to factor it. All right. So remember, it's what are the factors of -3 that gives us -2. Well, luckily, there's only two factors of 3, 1 and 3. Now, this sign, remember, this sign tells us that our bigger number is negative. So we are going to go 1 right here and 3 right here. All right. And when we are solving this, it's the opposite of what's on the inside. So the opposite of +1 is -1, and opposite of -3 is +3. All right. So, and I know some of y'all are like, wait a minute, I thought yesterday's lesson was crazy. What is this freaking table right here? Okay. Yeah, I know. It's always rude to have a table that doesn't have food on it, but we have to live and move on. So I'm going to put my points right here. Now, we are going to label this. This is going to be region. Wait, let's not use Roman numerals. Let's use region 1, region 2, region 3. Basically, we're breaking up that number line into 3 different parts. Okay. For those that were Hunger Games fans, you have, District 1, District 2, District 3. Some people are like, what's Hunger Games? And just whatever. Okay, so we need to pick test points. All right. So for this one, let's start right here. What is a number that is less than -1? Yes, -2. Awesome. That's an easy test point. We can plug that in a second. Be super duper easy. All right. What's a number between -1 and 3? Yeah, 0. Very good. Use your powers of being a teenager and lazy, because 0 is an easy number to check. And some of y'all are used to seeing zeros on math anyways. Now, yeah. So, oh yeah, used to seeing 2 in front of a 1. All right. So, what is the number that is bigger than 3? 4. It's kind of like SpongeBob. You know what's 224? 25. Okay, so now, this is what we get to do. We're going to plug in. All right. All right. Yes, that is a 2 in front of parentheses. Thank you for judging my handwriting. I slammed my hand in my door today. All right. So we need to see if all of these numbers, what we get at the end here, all right, after we plug them in. This is an arrow, by the way. If all of these are less than or equal to 0. All right. So I'm going to do this one first. So with my handy dandy calculator, I'm going to type it in as it's written on the paper. All right. See, it's right there. I enter. I get 5. All right. Now, is 5 less than or equal to 0? No, so it's false. Okay. Some people are like, okay, all right. Well, what does this have to do with what we're doing? Just bear with me. Okay. Remember, it's like an infomercial, but wait, there's more. Now, we're plugging in 0. Okay. Now, some people use a calculator. If you're one of those people that have to be really sure and use your calculator, we're not judging you. Other people may, but I am not. So we plug that in and we get -3. Is -3 less than or equal to 0? So that one's true. All right. Now we're going to plug in 4. Okay. So on the bottom there, see, I plugged in 4. So, and then if we plug in 4, we get 5 again. Shh. Just, I'm not talking about that right now. All right. So this is false. Okay. Sometimes the container comes out and you have to keep sharpening it. All right. So where's the only region that we got a true statement? Yeah, this is region 2 with our test point 0. Okay. And it was in between what two numbers? -1 and 3. So this would actually be our answer because it actually has to be between those numbers for it to actually work. Okay. So, after you factor and stuff, when you're picking your test points and you're plugging them back in, it's like, trying to put together, your outfit and stuff like that. Homecoming's coming up in a couple weeks, kind of make sure you look nice. Yes. All right. So it, de- it depends on how you read it. Okay. This one is actually read -1 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 3. Okay. If you read it from right to left, this is 3 is greater than or equal to x. So look, the alligator eats the biggest thing. Okay. Now, this was the first example. That was not a very good example to answer your question. So let's hold tight. And if I don't get through it by the time we get through all the other examples, me and you will chat. Okay. All right. So, weird? Yes. Time consuming? Probably. Okay. Is it actually super duper crazy hard? Well, it would be if you didn't know how to do what? What's the first thing you needed to know how to do? Factoring. Okay. Factoring. So we need to know how to, wrong way, factor, and then we could actually know what's going on. Okay. Now, I know a lot of y'all are sitting there like, that's a whole lot of colors. Okay. It is. But I tried to, kind of color code stuff so y'all can know what goes where and stuff like that. Okay. And if you ever get lost, let me know. I'll send out the search party. Okay. And it's not that type of party. Now, all right. Are we good with this slide? Are we ready to move on to the next one? Anybody need more time? All right. So let's kind of ease on to example B. All right. So in example B, it's kind of the same process. Okay. So I need to factor Now, what are the factors of 2? Yeah, 1 and 2. Okay, there was lots of dead silence right there, so it made me rethink my life choices of being a teacher. So, it's already set up. This tells us our bigger number's negative, so it should go like this. Okay. Now, yeah. Now, what's the opposite of plus 1? Yeah, minus 1. What's the opposite of minus 2? Plus 2. Okay. Yeah, I gotta flip them things. Flip, 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 flip. Okay. All right. So we have negative 1 and we have 2. All right. So that divides our regions 1, 2, and 3. Remember, these are our regions in blue. Okay. All right. So let's pick our test points. All right. What is a number less than negative 1? Negative 2. Yes. You don't, some people are like, negative 50,000. Why would you try to make that hard? They are right, but this is also the same people that like get scared of big numbers. Yes. All right. So I'm glad you answered that because I was really lost. All right. What's a good point for region 2? 0. Awesome. And what's a number bigger than 2? 3. So here's our test points. Okay. And our test points are what we're going to plug in to see. Now, this has to be greater than 0. All right. So, just on your paper, just, hit Control D on your paper and just clone this so you don't have to write it over and over like I did. Okay. Now, really, I really wish that we could get to the point where you come into your desk, you actually log in to your desk becomes a touch screen, and you take notes on it and you save it on your Google Drive. That would be amazing. Tony Stark, we need you. Okay. Now, all right. So I'm plugging in -2. Remember, I'm a math teacher. I'm not a very good one, and I'm a horrible singer. So, all right. So we get 4. All right. That is. So we circle the true. Okay. And let's plug in 0. All right. Plug in 0. We end up getting -2. Is -2 greater than 0? False. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, if y'all could hear the little clicks of the calculators I'm hearing out of my one ear, that's not my fake gamer's headset. It just would send shivers down your spine. All right. And you plug in, and you get 4. And 4 is greater than 0. Let me see your calculator. Did you do it on your calculator? Oh, you typed it in wrong. Yeah. So you, instead of doing a subtraction, you did a negative. No, for, I don't know why you put -1 right there. You don't have to. See, look at your last part of your screen. Oh, yeah. All right. So our answer, the solution to this is X. All right, Mango, where you at? You're right here. All right, follow me in the most tropical way. All right, that means that it is anything this way. So X is less than -1, or X is what? greater than 2. All right. Yes. Okay. Well, let's look at the differences, shall we? All right. So if we look at, let's see, hopefully, that's okay. So the question was, all right, this was example, this is A, or is it A or example 1? A. All right. Thank you. And then this x squared minus x less than 2 is greater than 0. Control X, Control V. Ah! Ah! That's more better. Now, and this is B. All right. Now, so if we look at these two problems, okay, what do we notice right here? The signs are different, right? So basically, if the alligator is eating the 0 right here, right, we got something that looked like this, a number, and we got to use this sign, another number, okay? And I think our numbers were, what was it, -3 and 1 for number A. Okay, so it's -1 and 3. All right, because that was our numbers. All right, but this one, we got something where it was uno momento, a number less than, oh, nope, wrong way. Nope, that's just confusing. All right. X is less than a number, or X is greater than a number. And our numbers on this one, what were they? They were -1 and 2. All right. So if we think about it this way, we have two examples right here. They're very similar in the process, except the answers are written differently, right? So we can make a hypothesis or a hippopotamus, whatever you want to call it. I hope I get a hippopotamus for Christmas. If I get more subscribers, I can buy one. Now, that what we see, the alligator is eating the 0 right here, right? We can see the alligator is not eating the 0 here. So we can make a guess that if it's eating the 0, doesn't matter if it has a line up underneath it or not, that it's going to look like this. Okay? All right, let's try this again. We can make a guess that if the alligator is eating the 0, okay, that it's going to look like, get over here, like this, where it's like a sandwich, okay? And then if the alligator is not eating the sandwich, okay, it's going to go in two different directions, okay? A little bit better. Are you seeing the similarities a little bit? Seeing the differences? is negative. No, 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 no. You're thinking. I finally got what you said. What you're thinking this part right here, right? All right. That's not the problem. It's not just negative two. It's all this other jibber jabber right here. It's this whole expression, this whole quadratic thing. Okay. We could put in anything we want to right here, and we're testing to see if it's greater than zero. Okay. Anything. Okay. Anything. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Where did our regions, where did we get true things? Which was in the middle. So think about it. In A, we got a true statement in the middle. Where is the variable? In the middle. Yeah. No, I don't do math like a hippie. All right. This one. Where's our true statements? Yeah, top and bottom. But this top and bottom represents which parts of this region and this region. Yeah. Uh huh. What? Why would there be an X over here? Yeah, but it can be this one or this one. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yep. Yes. Yeah. All right. Can we do another one and see if we're getting better at it? All right. So the thing was, if we get two of them, two trues like this, it's going to end up being or like this. If we end up getting one in the middle, our variable will be in the middle like a sandwich between our numbers that we got when we factored. Okay. All right. Yes, the chart actually has to do with something that we get with our answer. Uh, see, that's one of those things. If you kind of like doze off for a little bit, or you're like, so what just happened? Okay. Now, oh, oh, what happened? Mr. Jeffries didn't give us the parentheses and stuff. Oh no, my life is over. Nobody's kind of taking that as a joke because I think it's hilarious. All right. So what do we know we had to do right here? What did we do on the other ones? Okay. So what did we do first? It's a F word. It's a school friendly F word. Yes, factor. Yes. Whew. All right. So we're factoring. All right. This tells us our signs are the same. This tells us they're both negative. We're the only two numbers that will divide five. 1 and 5. Awesome possum. Which, which, yes. So our when we solve this, it's going to be 1 and 5. +1 and +5. So here's our 1. Here's our 5. And I'm writing it above here because I was weird and didn't give us enough room to write it right there. Well, okay. Yeah. Thanks. So, all right. For this region right here, okay, which is 1. All right, what's a number less than 1? 0. Awesome. That's a test point. All right, for this one in the middle, which would be region 2, what's the number between 1 and 5? Can we just do 2? Can we leave decimals out of this? Okay, can we do 2.5? I love the enthusiasm, but I don't want to do that. Okay, because then somebody's that just like check their Snapchat story. They're like, where did a 2.5 come from? I'm confused. It's your fault I didn't pay attention. Nobody's done that in this class, but I've had it before. Yep. All right. What is a number bigger than 5? 6. All right. So I am testing. 1, 2, 3. I'm testing these numbers in this expression to see if I get a true or false statement. That is a 6. It's a poorly written 6, but we still love it anyways. What was the question? Yeah, 0 will always be on the right-hand side. Yeah, 0 will always be on the right-hand side. 0. 0. Okay. So I plug in 0, I end up with 5. Is 5 less than 0? Okay. I'm plugging in 2. 2 parentheses squared minus 6. 2 plus 5. Okay, for those. There it is. Ah! Syntax error. It's because I hit the negative right there. All right. I get negative 3. Is negative 3 less than or equal to 0? Yes. So right now, this we get a yes. This one, no. Okay? It's a frowny face. All right. So, you know, this section right here, it's on the good noodle board. This section over here, it's not on the good noodle board. It's in the I would like to hand you a pamphlet to a military school board. Okay. So I'm plugging in. I get 5. So this is false. All right. So we've checked our things. All right. So the only one that worked was right here in the middle. So I'm going to put a 1 and then X and then that symbol again and then 5 and I'm done. Okay. And if you're wondering why we wrote it like that, if you think about it, this is in the middle. This is this right here. So it has to be this right here. I saw some red numbers and I wanted to go black. All right. Okay, for those that don't know, I was just told that the joke of the day is actually pretty good. It says, what do you call a teacher that doesn't pass gas in public? A private tutor. All right. Thank you for all my subscribers. We're slowly getting up there. Okay, don't forget, get those notifications. Good stuff, good things. Roll Tide.